almost over, but before it ends, as it starts to wind down, once in a while, if not more than once in a while, this is an opportunity for me to have a moment for myself to work on new dishes, experiment, collect my thoughts. I have about an hour before the order comes in. So this is the last bit of time, because I really don't get many. It's funny, you work in a restaurant, there aren't that many opportunities for me by myself to be in the kitchen, to cook, to work on things, and to develop new recipes. Obviously it's a collaborative event, but there are plenty of times when I like to work on things first, alone, and then start to build with the rest of the team. So, as we're merging into fall, I like starting to think about things that we braise, we poach. One of my favorite things is Lengua, tongue. And one of my favorite applications is Montaña, which is basically surf and turf. I usually like to do a braised item or a slow-cooked item with seafood, or particularly shellfish. So we have beautiful Gambas Rojas here, red shrimp from the Mediterranean. And I'm just gonna play around and see how I like it in a very simple broth with the tongue that's just warmed back up in its own cooking liquid. So that's it, we'll see how it goes. It's usually a process, and it might take a few days, if not a few weeks, before we figure out what we really want to do. But if anything, this is a great opportunity for me to just be by myself, cook a little bit, and taste and try. Hopefully some wine too.
That's some au jus.
This is veal Demi, and then we have our, it's a reduction of port wine that's been emulsified with foie gras. So I'm going to kind of bring this all together and marry it while the tongue is warming up in its own cooking liquid. It's great. Lastly, carefully, I'm going to separate. There's a lot of flavor in these, but for this application, the heads, I'm going to save them for a sauce. I don't want them in the dish. I might essentially put these on raw. So when the warm tongue is on there, these are going to come on extremely tempered. Wow, it's going to be good. I gotta say. So I'm gonna get rid of these. All right. So right now I have my shrimp. They're about room temperature. If the tongue is hot enough, I think the heat from the tongue will temper these just enough where I don't need to cook them anymore. We barely cook them anyway, so just by doing this, I think it's going to be fine. Is perfect. It's tender. Wow. I mean, it's what it is, right? So I have my veal jus here. I'm gonna try it. Amazing. Okay. So I'm actually very excited about this. So at this point, what I'm going to do is take the tongue out of the cuisson, the cooking liquid it was cooked in, kind of let it warm up and reduce a little bit more in this sauce. We'll finish it with parsley, and then we'll put the shrimp on top at the end. One piece. So, here's my tongue in all its glory. Lengua. Okay. We'll let it come down a little bit. Obviously, you don't want it to roll. Put a little bit of it. Add salt. Like I've thought about, do I want to take it down to more of a glaze? Do I want to keep it a little bit more brothy? Almost more like a boil as opposed to like a rich braise, you know, or like a poach. That's the difference between, you know, when I think of tongue, I think of cocido, I think of bolito mixto, I think of patifu. Do I want this sauce that it was kind of cooked in to get down and really glazed and reduced and tacky, or do I want to keep it a little bit looser? And that's why we do this. I don't know yet. So I'm going to try it one way now. If I like it, then we'll stick with it. If not, then we'll give it another go. And that's the whole point. See just how fast it goes on the flat. Obviously, you don't want anything rolling hard. So I'll kind of keep it here. Another base, right? I mean, it smells incredible.
Smells really good.
So, I think I'm going to go for it, let it come down slightly. I'm going to add a tiny bit of parsley. Because I want to see that a little bit. This is an experiment, so let's see how we feel. So why don't you try one more time? I think we're good to try plating it. So. it looks awesome.
Beautiful, just that zone.
Just that, right? Maybe you don't even need the tongue. I mean the shrimp. Maybe you leave it as is, but you know, we're here to try things, so. I don't know. Do I cover it with more? Maybe one more time. And maybe this sauce will just temper it just that much. You know? Because we're Ernesto's, a little olive oil, a little Malden, and I don't know about you, but I'd eat that. Montaña, Lengua, and alistado red shrimp.